Most taxi ranks around Cape Town are not operating. Now I'm joined by the spokesperson for CODETA, one of the taxi associations that are currently at the center of the ongoing taxi violence here in the Western Cape. Mzoxolo Dibelo is going to speak to me. Thank you so much, Dada, for your time. Now, we've been seeing several shootings in the Western Cape. Since the beginning of the year, it has claimed over 80 lives. And CODETA and CATA are at the center of this violence. Won't you then talk to us about what it is that these taxi associations are fighting over?
The bone of contention is starting with the route that has been operated from Paarl to Bellville. So that's where the dispute is starting. So it's replicating to other routes of CODETA and CATA. We saw a few weeks that there were a lot of shootings around the peninsula, not in Paarl itself, where the commuters were shot, even the drivers. So because that we are the peace-loving organization, CODETA, we decided to stop and suspend the operations up until we can get the solution to this problem. The minister is busy engaging, the national minister and the provincial minister, and Santago, of course, in the Western Cape, trying to get the amicable solution around this problem. But they also give an opportunity that the industry must meet on its own, so that where we don't see one another, we can find amicable solutions to discuss and try so that the violence could subside. We cannot continue like this anymore, because everybody currently is suffering. Every business is suffering in the Western Cape, because people, they can't go to their various destinations where they're supposed to work. Some people are getting late, so it's affecting everybody.
The taxi violence, particularly in South Africa, is not a new phenomenon. We know that routes are always at the center of the disputes. And this issue stemming from Mbekweni, in Paarl to Bellville to now the peninsula, why has it not been resolved?
Part of the dispute there, it will be suffice to say that it's a regulatory issue, because they've issued permits or registering an association on top of another association. So that is why the problem started in that particular area. So now there is an arbitration issue now involved. Government is trying to intercede, even using all the spheres like arbitration, what have you, so that this dispute can be resolved. So we are deeply concerned as operators and leaders in the Western Cape. That is why we are making all endeavors trying to solve this, not by barrel of gun, by talking to one another. So there is continuous engagements at our level, even without government, trying to convince one another, because this is our people that are suffering.
Who's operating in that Paarl route, and who's been given the permit, and who's legally permitted to do so?
Paarl Alliance is claiming that is a legal association in that area. So they're supposed to traverse the operations between Paarl and Bellville. So that is Paarl Alliance who's claiming that route. At the same time, CATA is claiming that he's got local standing of that area, because he do have some permits which are running to that route. But because that some of their members, they migrated from CATA Boland to Paarl Alliance, so they end up now with few licenses. So